I never knew they were beefing. You just told me something. Like, them were moments for me. Like, to see them together, like, this shit was lit. Like, I ain't gonna lie. Gotti was in the streets for real in Memphis, bro. Like, I ain't saying it because I'm saying to him. I just keep it real. If he wasn't a street nigga, I'd say he ain't in the street. He was in the streets, bro. Like, you gonna see Gotti. You in the city. The mall, I used to see Gotti in the mall, like the hood mall, like super hood. Like, down there, like, you know you ain't shopping. You just came here to walk around. Like, literally. Big ass chains on. 100 with him. Chopper Glocks, all that. But, you know, he cooled down a lot, bro. Like, Gotti was worse than me, probably, when he came in. Hey, man, I'ma keep this shit G, bro. Dolph, you a bitch. You a soft-ass nigga. You nice-ass nigga. If you got a problem, nigga, say you got a problem. Shake-ass, bitch-ass nigga. Ain't no motherfucking king of Memphis. You ain't king of South Memphis. You ain't from the city, bitch.
Hey, they said Blac Youngsta and Yo Gotti beef. They said them boys just shot at him, huh? Man, that's the internet.
At one point, you and Young Dolph were starting to go back and forth.
Yeah, he dissed me. I ain't want to believe it. This nigga come with a diss song. I'm like, hold on. Then he came with the trouble to I run ready. Ready.
Chopper on side of me, ready. When in the hit, they be ready. Did you not think I was ready?
You ever heard it? You ever heard of Trouble? The Ready song? He on a remix. He dissed me.
Any nigga that record when it's time for gangster shit, he the police.
Facts.
And I fucked your boss man, baby mama, same hotel for 4 weeks.
It was hard. I'm like, damn, that bumping. Nigga dissed me fast as hell. I'm like, hold on. I gotta hit back. So I'm in the booth like, damn. It just killed this motherfucker. Cause his verse, it wasn't, the diss wasn't wet. You get what I'm saying? I was mad, bro. I ain't gonna lie, I ain't got no more respect for Doc on what he doing. So, you know, I don't know how homie feel, but I know me personally, I'm not on it, bro. I'm South Memphis to the death.
I'm just, but
Over, and I looked into this beef. I was really trying to figure out the Yo Gotti, Young Dolph beef.
Supposedly. Right.
Some people say it was over a girl. Some people say Gotti wanted to sign Dolph and Dolph didn't want to sign.
Right.
Some people say, well, both of them had crews that were into some street shit or whatever. All this sounds very unnecessary for it to turn to murder and life sentences.
Why do they keep trying to make it a rap beef between you and Gotti, though?
If it's something about you I just don't respect, bro, I can't sit and fake and act like it's all good.
That's understandable.
Know what I'm saying? Right. It's like the first time I even met little dude, go in the studio. First time. He sent everybody out the studio. Like, let me holler at dog. Like, man, you got your own everything, bro. You popping. You like, bro, you got the money, you got your team, you got this, you got that. You like, bro, I'm telling you, we can do this, we can do that. You ain't like Zilla. I ain't gotta hold your hand like Zilla. You ain't like Starlito. I ain't gotta hold your hand like Starlito. I ain't gotta babysit you like them. It's my first time meeting you. You gonna really sit and downplay your artists and throw your artists up on the bus to try to persuade me in to come over there? So it's like a red alert the first time I met him.
You feel like,
I can't respect that.
About me?
No, it's just, I can't respect that.
Blac Youngsta took CMG out of his bio and said he's independent. At first glance, it looks like the same move he's made before. But this time, the timing feels heavier. Courtrooms are active. Old names are back in headlines. Fans aren't laughing this off like they used to. Something feels off. And the question everyone is quietly asking is simple. Is this just another viral moment, or is the CMG chapter really closing for good? It started with one small change that sent the internet into a spin. Blac Youngsta removed CMG from his bio and dropped messages about standing alone and not relying on fake loyalty. That alone was enough to spark debate, but longtime fans noticed something else. This wasn't the first time he had done this. Almost every year, like clockwork, he makes a public break, the internet reacts, and weeks later, he's back in the fold. Last year, it even happened right before Yo Gotti's birthday, and days later, he showed up at the celebration like nothing happened. So at first, many people assumed this was just another play for attention. But what made this time different was the tone. There was no joking, no playful energy. The words felt final. His posts spoke about trust being broken, about standing alone, about cutting off people he once called family. That shift in energy made fans slow down and really read between the lines. And what made the timing even stranger was what else was happening at the same moment. Courtrooms were active. Old cases were being reopened. Names connected to Memphis power circles were getting mentioned again. Suddenly, that independent move didn't feel random anymore. But the truth is, this story didn't start on Instagram. Young Dolph's passing left a scar on Memphis that still hasn't healed. Even years later, the case refuses to fade quietly. Every time new details surface in court, the internet lights up again. Recently, the name of Big Juk, Yo Gotti's brother, came back into the public conversation through questioning and rumors tied to the investigation. Each new update pulls CMG's name back into headlines whether they want it there or not. Spotify once called Dolph an independent rap pioneer. He built his movement without major label backing and showed artists they could win on their own terms. That alone made his loss hit harder for many people. But as the trial continues to unfold, pressure keeps building. Loose talk online, coded lyrics, and old posts are being analyzed like evidence. In this atmosphere, every move carries weight, every caption gets decoded, every song choice feels like a message, even silence feels loud. So when Blac Youngsta made bold posts right as this legal storm stayed active, people didn't see it as coincidence. They saw friction, and that friction didn't come out of nowhere. Midway through his career, Blac Youngsta admitted in interviews that he and Yo Gotti bumped heads often. Not over money, not over fame, over movement. Youngsta moves impulsively. He says what he feels, he posts in real time. Gotti, on the other hand, moves like a chess player. Quiet, calculated, always thinking from a boss's angle. Youngsta once dropped a project under CMG called Young and Reckless. Even the title felt like a message. He wears that label like armor. Gotti reportedly saw it as a risk. When you run a label, every artist becomes part of the brand. One reckless move doesn't just affect one name, it shakes the whole machine. From the outside, it looked like a simple clash of styles, but inside, it was deeper. Youngsta wanted freedom. Gotti wanted structure. Youngsta thrives in chaos. Gotti thrives in order. For a while, they made it work. Until something happened that changed the temperature for good. After Young Dolph's passing, grief filled Memphis. Fans mourned, artists posted tributes, streets went quiet for a moment. Then Blac Youngsta appeared near a gravesite with a headstone that read Dolph's last name. The reaction was immediate. People called it disrespectful, some called it dangerous, others said it crossed a line that can't be uncrossed. Not long after, Youngsta hinted in posts that he had been told to be quiet. "They want me to be silent knowing what we signed up for," he said in one message before firing back online. That statement alone told fans there was pressure behind the scenes. Pressure from people who understood what that moment could ignite. From a business view, Dolph was loved by the city. Any form of trolling tied to his name was bound to bring heat. And that heat doesn't just land on one artist, it splashes onto the label, the brand, and everyone connected to it. From that point on, many fans marked it as the moment when the bond between Gotti and Youngsta started to crack in public. And once that crack formed, social media became the battlefield. Blac Youngsta went on posting sprees filled with heavy messages about betrayal, fake leaders, fake CEOs, fake big homies, and fake teachers. He spoke about standing alone, about loyalty being rare, about not allowing people he doesn't respect around him. Then Yo Gotti posted 3 photos with the caption, "Nothing bigger," while playing Jay-Z's Dynasty. Fans didn't miss the meaning. The song opens with a Sopranos reference. Jay-Z compares his life to mob-level power, and Gotti has long embraced the image of a boss inspired by old mob stories. Even his name traces back to John Gotti of the Gambino family. When the song played lines about removing anyone who stands between power and profit, fans took it as a response. Not loud, not direct, but sharp. Youngsta followed with another post telling people not to ask him about anyone they don't see him with. He said most of his real friends are gone, that most of the people around him now are business only, and that he's done with fake love. Every sentence felt aimed without naming names. Every word felt like a coded message meant for someone who already knew the target. At that point, this wasn't about rumors anymore. It was public. But beneath the captions was a deeper conflict that worried people who understood how power really works. Yo Gotti doesn't move like a street rapper anymore. He moves like a head of an empire. CMG grew into a serious force in the industry, with artists pulling in real streams and real deals. That kind of position changes how you handle conflict. You don't shout, you don't react fast, you let pressure work quietly. Blac Youngsta still moves with raw emotion. When he feels something, he lets it out instantly. That difference alone creates danger. Not because one is right and the other is wrong, but because both styles collide in ways that can spiral. People close to the culture know that conflicts at this level don't stay online. They often spill into lawsuits, blocked deals, or worse. When one side has industry reach and the other side thrives on fearless energy, the outcome can turn messy fast. Fans started warning Youngsta in comments, telling him to be careful. That power doesn't always show itself in public. Sometimes it shows up in paperwork, sometimes in canceled bags, sometimes in people switching sides quietly. And that's when Youngsta admitted something that made the situation feel heavier. In one of his most revealing posts, Blac Youngsta said most of the people he once trusted are dead and gone. He admitted he doesn't make new friends easily. He said he had cut off people he thought were real, but turned out to be disloyal, ungrateful, or fake. He even went further and said he knows he's not untouchable. He knows money doesn't make someone immune. He knows anyone can be reached. That admission surprised fans because it showed self-awareness. It showed he understands the risks of standing alone. But at the same time, he doubled down on his identity. He said he still lives what he raps, that he isn't playing a character, that the streets aren't just lyrics to him. That statement alone explains why he refuses to back down quietly. Isolation has become part of his image now, not as a weakness, but as proof he doesn't fold under pressure. And that leaves one big question hanging in the air. This doesn't feel like the yearly viral drama fans are used to. The tone is darker, the timing is heavier, courtrooms are active, old wounds are still open, CMG has stayed mostly silent, Youngsta has gone louder than ever. Every move feels measured now, even the chaos feels planned. If this really is the end of Blac Youngsta's run with CMG, it marks the close of one of the most talked about partnerships in Memphis rap history. A relationship built on hunger, risk, and raw energy. Now split by control, image, and silence. Some fans believe they'll patch it up like always. Others think this time the line has been crossed for good. And maybe the real story isn't about beef at all. Maybe it's about what happens when a reckless spirit outgrows the machine that once protected it. Because when loyalty turns into distance and silence becomes strategy, only one question remains. Is this the calm before peace, or the calm before something much worse?